NBA debuts are always exciting. They're our first chance to finally see the top new talent take the NBA court. They have become some of the most special moments in NBA history. I don't think I'll ever forget Zion Williamson's debut. After being the most hyped up #1 pick in a very long time, he missed the first 44 games of the season, just creating an insane amount of hype for his first game, which would come against the San Antonio Spurs. He was on a minute restriction, so he only played in 18 minutes, but man was it a fun 18 minutes. He would turn into a player that we hadn't seen and still haven't seen. He put up 22 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists, shooting 8 for 11 from the field, but the surprising part, and what had everyone going crazy, was the fact that he shot 4 for 4 from 3. So far this season, we've seen some really impressive debuts, we've also seen some really disappointing ones. And with Cade Cunningham making his debut just recently, I thought we should take a look and grade all the debuts from this year's lottery selections. If you guys like the content, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Let's aim for how many points Cade Cunningham has so far this season and get 2 likes on today's video, and let's get into this. Now we're gonna go from order from the bottom to the top of the lottery. Keep in mind, we are going to be taking into consideration hype and expectations that come along with where these players were drafted. For example, we are going to be more critical of Cade Cunningham than a guy like Joshua Primo, but starting it off with the last pick of the lottery, we've got Moses Moody. Going into the draft, Moses Moody was one of my favorite prospects. I really thought it was a match made in heaven going to the Golden State Warriors with the 14th pick. I really expected him to find a way on the court immediately, given his high floor 3-and-D play style, but that really hasn't been the case. In his debut versus the Lakers, he only got 5 minutes, where he put up 2 points and 2 rebounds, shooting 1 for 3 from the field. For performances like this, we don't really have anything to grade. I'm just going to give him a B. There was really nothing to say positive or negative. Since then, we still haven't seen much from him. He hasn't taken the court for 2 of the last 5 games. In the games that he has played, it was for just 3 minutes, less than 1 minute, and actually 20 minutes of action in a blowout win versus the Thunder, where he scored just 6 points to go along with 3 rebounds. I really hope he's able to increase his role as the season goes on, but with the Warriors being 5-1 right now, they are looking to really make a run this season, so they're not going to feel any pressure to give these young guys minutes. So we might actually have to wait a while to see what they have in Moody. Then we've got the 13th pick, Chris Duarte, and if we're ranking these debuts, there's no question, he's at the top of the list. We did a whole video about him following his first game with all the crazy storylines surrounding it. For one, he's the same age as Devin Booker, and reportedly the Warriors were aggressively trying to land him, which had to burn after he went out there and in his first game scored 27 points, go along with 5 rebounds and an assist, shooting 9 for 15 from the field and 6 for 9 from 3. Legitimately, one of the best rookie debuts we've seen in a very long time, so I've got no choice but to give him an A+. Since then, while he's failed to exceed what he did in that first game, he's still having a great year and is a top contender for Rookie of the Year. He's averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 39% from 3 on almost 7 attempts a game. Then we've got the 12th overall pick to the Spurs. Right after the oldest player in the draft, Chris Duarte, we've got the youngest player, Joshua Primo. There was nothing really to take from his debut. He only played in 5 minutes, where he scored 3 points on his only 3-point attempt. So I guess I'm just going to give him a B+. Since then, he's only played in 48 seconds, where he actually made his only attempt, but I don't think we're going to see much from him this season, as he's currently participating in the Spurs G League affiliate training camp. Then we've got the 11th overall pick to the Hornets, James Bouknight. I thought there was a decent opportunity available for Bouknight in Charlotte, but so far, that hasn't been the case. He didn't take the court till his second game, where he only played 1 minute, where the only box score he had was a singular rebound. Really nothing to say about that. I guess we're going to give him a B. Since then, he's only played for 47 seconds. This has been surprising, especially with Terry Rozier only playing 2 games. It appears all the backup backcourt minutes are going to be taken over by Ish Smith and Cody Martin as things stand right now. I was really high on him going into this season, so I hope this situation changes, but with the team being 5-2, I don't really feel like it will. Next up, we've got the 10th overall pick to the Grizzlies, Zaire Williams. I was surprised to see him go that high in the draft after a pretty underwhelming season at Stanford, so I really wasn't expecting much off the jump, but he's walked into a pretty decently sized role. In his debut, he played 17 minutes, where he put up 3 points on 1 for 2 from the field, making his only 3-point attempt, to go along with 3 rebounds and an assist. He was plus 13 in that time, mainly due to DeAnthony Melton going off from 3, but still, I guess we're going to give him a B+. It's been a pretty similar story since. He's averaged 18 minutes, he's looked solid on the defensive end, but he's put up just 4 points on pretty terrible efficiency. Then we've got the 9th overall pick to the Kings, Davion Mitchell, who had a lot of excitement surrounding him going into his rookie season after leading Baylor to a national title. Now his debut wasn't great. He played 24 minutes off the bench, putting up 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, shooting 1 for 6 from the field, and 0 for 2 from 3, with a plus-minus of -10 in that time. Now, I'm still really high on him. He struggled to score the ball. He's averaging 8 points, shooting 35% from the field, but I'm really not worried, and he's looked super impressive on the defensive end. Next up is the 8th overall pick, Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic. I really thought it was going to take him a minute to get things going, but that hasn't been the case. He started off in his debut getting 32 minutes, where he put up 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal, shooting 6 for 9 from the field. A very solid debut, so I'm giving him an A-. Since then, he's actually been one of the best rookies to this point. He's looked very solid on both ends, averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting 49% from the field and 44% from 3. Then we've got the 7th overall pick with one of the funniest nicknames in the league, Jonathan Kuminga. Now, he's been dealing with injury to start the season, so his debut didn't come till garbage time of their most recent game against the Thunder, where he had a very eventful 6 minutes. He picked up 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, a steal, 3 points on 1 for 4 from the field, including 2 air balls. I mean, we have no choice but to give him a D, but again, this is literally the smallest sample size possible. This isn't an indicator whatsoever what the rest of his career is going to look like. Steve Kerr addressed this debut saying he was obviously a little rusty, a little nervous out there, as you would expect. He hasn't practiced with our team for the last 3 weeks, for the most part, so he's kind of starting over, starting from scratch. He's a little behind. It's going to be interesting to see what his role looks like going forward, now with him ready to play. I think his defensive versatility could bring a lot to this team. The scoring, though, has a long ways to go. The 6th overall pick to the Thunder was none other than Australian TikToking legend Josh Giddey. Giddey started in his debut going against the Utah Jazz, a team I definitely wouldn't want to face to start my career. The team eased him in, having him off ball most of the game. He put up 4 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists, shooting 2 for 7 from the field. I would say that was a C+. Since then, he's been really impressive. He's taken over as the point guard, stuffing the box score, averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 47% from the field and 33% from 3. So far, I've been nothing but overly impressed, given he was made out to be this super raw prospect coming into the draft. The 5th overall pick to the Magic was Jalen Suggs. His debut came against the Spurs, where he put up 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers, shooting 3 for 14 from the field and 1 for 6 from 3. Sadly, that has to be a D. Since then, while he's looked really impressive as a defender, and I'm not worried about him offensively in the long term, he's struggled to put the ball in the basket. He's averaging 13 points, but he's shooting just 30% from the field and 25% from 3, efficiency that'd be nearly impossible for him to maintain. This has actually been pretty surprising. I really thought he was one of the more NBA-ready talents in this draft. Someone I didn't expect to be so productive immediately is the 4th overall pick to the Raptors, Scottie Barnes. Now, his debut wasn't all that great. He played 31 minutes with a plus-minus of -11 after putting up 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 turnovers, and 5 personal fouls, shooting 5 for 13 from the field. I guess that's a C+, but since then, he's been extremely impressive. He's looked great on the defensive end, been the playmaker as advertised, and is averaging 18 points and 9 rebounds, shooting 55% from the field. I truly didn't know if Barnes would ever reach this volume, let alone to begin his rookie season. I really thought we were just hoping for Draymond Green, a guy that brings a ton to the court with his playmaking and defense, and in his prime, you're just hoping he's not a scoring liability. But that's not the case, and we really need to rethink his ceiling. If we redrafted tomorrow, I think he'd go inside the top 3. But speaking of a top 3 selection, next we've got Evan Mobley of the Cavaliers, who had a great debut. I would say easily the second best of the lottery selections, only behind Duarte's 27 points. He played 38 minutes, scoring 17, go along with 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block, and a steal, shooting 7 for 13 from the field and 1 for 2 from 3. I would say that's an A. On the year so far, he's averaging 13, 8, and 3. The 2nd overall pick to the Rockets was Jalen Green, who came in with crazy expectations after dominating in the G League and the Summer League. But his debut wasn't all that great. He put up 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 4 for 14 from the field and 1 for 6 from 3, with an astonishing -37 plus minus. That's insane. We're forced to give him a D, considering the expectations, but let me say it again, we are not talking about these players' careers as a whole, or even the Rockets' decision to select him. We are just talking about their first game, and for Green, it wasn't great. Since then, it still hasn't been that great. He's averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, shooting 34% from the field and 29% from 3. But if you've gotten a chance to see this kid play, it's clear the talent is undeniable. He is going to get things going, and that shows in the Rookie of the Year odds. as he's currently still the favorite. Then we've got the consensus #1 overall pick to the Pistons, Cade Cunningham. For some reason, his debut has become this very polar topic, and it shouldn't be. Yes, he's coming off injury. Yes, he's on a minute restriction. Yes, he played better than the box score suggests, but it still wasn't great. We are talking about the #1 pick, and as fans, we want to see something special. 2 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting 1 for 8 from the field, and 0 for 5 from 3 is undoubtedly not impressive. We have to give him a D considering the expectations and draft capital associated with him. His debut was turned into this cringy Twitter war of Team Box Score Watcher versus Team Watch the Tape. I watched the first half of that debut before the Thunder game came on. He didn't look that bad, but he clearly looked rusty and couldn't get anything to go down. The kid is the real deal. He's going to have an amazing career, and honestly, I think it's ridiculous he's fallen down to 3rd in Rookie of the Year odds. But that was undoubtedly a disappointing debut. But that's the review, guys. You guys some of your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.